grams of Galaxy hops. I'm going to boil this for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to add 40 grams of Nelson sauvin. Now 15 minutes is up. In goes the Nelson for an additional 15 minutes, which means the Galaxy gets 30 minutes and the Nelson gets 15 minutes. A little bit less than what I'd normally do. Normally I do an hour's boil because I'll use quite a lot of hops, but I'm only using smaller amounts, so yeah. So everybody, it is Gaz from Fermented World channel, and I today am brewing a Mildland mild from a Better Brew kit. This mild is going to be called aaaages mild. It's a homage to my friend's late gran and granddad who used to sit in the pub in Beeston called the Prince of Wales Drinking Mild. So here's one for them. Cheers. It's actually mead that I'm drinking, not So I'm going to get straight into this. I'm not going to fanny around. I'm actually going to do it all speeded up because you've seen it. If you've watched my videos before, you've seen it all done. If you want to know any of the steps, just drop a message and drop me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So here we go, super speed. aaaages mild. Just going to stop it because when you're adding the hot water to these, just be careful that you keep, like maybe put some gloves on. Oven gloves would be brilliant because they conduct the heat really well because they're like a plastic outer, aluminium inner, if you get what I mean. So they just transfer the heat really, really well. So just be careful not to burn yourself. So that was quick, wasn't it? 600 grams of brewing sugar, 600 grams of brew enhancer, 30 grams of Galaxy hops, boiled for 30 minutes, 40 grams of Nelson sauvin, boiled for 15 minutes. All added together, bish bash bosh. Temperature is reading at 20 degrees, so that's perfectly fine to pitch the yeast at. Now we're just going to beat a load of air into it, take a hydrometer reading so we know what the start gravity is, then pitch the yeast, seal it all up with the airlock and wait 7 days and check it. So I've added that. I've just spoke to a friend of mine to see what he wanted me to do because it's going to come out really, really low ABV. Well, low for today's craft standards. That's what I'm used to drinking. It's going to come out at roughly 3.9, which steady drinking beer, you can session that for a while. So we're going to pitch the yeast, stir the yeast in, and wait 7 days, come back dry hop with the rest of the hops, which there is, I gave my mate 10 grams of the Galaxy. I've used 30, so there's 60 left of the Galaxy and 70 of Nelson sauvin. You have to make sure that the temperature of your wort is okay, because if not, you'll kill the yeast if it's too high. Doesn't matter about it being too cold to start with. To be honest, it will just mean it'll take you to get to room temperature before the yeast actually activates and starts forming its colony. I can't even fucking speak. There you go, that's the yeast in. 10 grams of beer yeast. But it just says yeah. Can't even see where it says beer really. It just says yeah. These kits are super cheap, but you know, for if you're just starting out, like I'm just whipping this together because I wanted a mild and no one else really did a mild. So Better Brew was the one to use, and I've used their IPAs 4 times now. 3 when I was just getting into brewing, and 1 that I recreated from Knacker's Yard, which was a homage to my friend who passed away in 2020. And I've actually got his name on here on the top of my brewing barrel. So that is that all done and dusted. We attach the airlock and avivate. Job's done. I've said it before, but this is really old, so there we are. That'll do. That'll get up to room temperature. The yeast will colonise, start doing its thing. Bada bum, bada bing. Simples. Just going to say, I did have the option to add more brewing sugar to this to make it stronger, but a mild is traditionally like quite low ABV anyway. You know, steady drinking old person's kind of beverage, isn't it? But they're really nice as well. So, you know, 3.9, that's not really that bad. I've had worse.